This morning in KVUE Crime Files, we go back to April of 2019. A man was shot dead in a crowded Givens Park. Austin police are still looking into the case, and the victim's family is desperate to find who did it.
Growing up as a kid, my father wasn't there. Big Dre, Andre, he took that place, for me. He was like a brother. He was a brother, but he was like a father figure, He was everything to me. And I'm not gonna rest until I have justice for my brother.
It's been 4 years since Arbor Davis's brother was gunned down in East Austin. Police are no closer to finding the shooter, and she's nowhere near having closure. It was the night of April 9th, 2019, around 10:45. 47-year-old Andre Lanier Davis Jr., affectionately known as Big Dre, was playing dominoes with friends in Givens Park on East 12th Street.
And that's something that he did all the time, and everyone knew that he played dominoes there, but also knew he carried a lot of cash on him.
Detective Travis Bethard says while Davis was playing, a black car pulled up.
Two subjects get out of the car. They go to another domino table first, and they rob that table at gunpoint. And then they make their way down to the table where Big Dre was at, and they rob him and the people that he was playing with. He complied with their demands, gave him the money, and then he got up and started running away.
But as Davis ran off, the gunman shot and killed him in the parking lot.
All accounts, he was a pretty kind person. He would help people out. So people knew that he carried lots of cash on him. And I think that's what made him a victim.
He was such a big, gentle giant. He would help the elderly, he would help the young. If he saw children or kids that needed tennis shoes, he would help them get tennis shoes. If they needed clothes, he helped them get clothes. If an elderly person needed food or whatever, it was a lot of people that he checked on a daily basis.
Detective Bethard says everybody at the park claimed they ducked for cover, but he knows someone saw something. They're just scared to talk.
It's very frustrating. There was dozens of people in the park.
But a lot of people won't come forward for whatever reason, street code, scared, whatever. I would just plead to them, please come forward. If it was Big Dre and this happened to you, Dre would come forward with that information because he didn't want to see nobody hurt. I believe somebody's gonna come forward with the truth. They talk about it on the streets every day. They know who shot him.
And police are looking for two male suspects. The first is 6'3" and between 230 and 260 pounds. Police believe he was wearing a mask and driving the black car. The second suspect is described as shorter and was not wearing a mask. Now, detectives tell me in order to crack this case, it's really, Rob, going to take an eyewitness on the scene with firsthand knowledge of the shooting or who's heard directly from the suspect. So they're looking for some tangible evidence. We're talking about a video, text messages to just prove that they were there.
The location of the gun, perhaps, and they can do some matching of the shell casings, things like that. There was an arrest, though, we talked about here on KVUE back in 2019. What happened to that arrest?
Yes, just weeks after the fatal shooting, a man was arrested and charged with capital murder in Davis's death, but the charges were dropped pending more evidence. So detectives are just now back to square one. So again, anyone with information, please come forward. The suspects, you have anything that you can maybe add? Maybe you might not think it's that important. It probably is.